Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing my very first story time video. I've already filmed this twice and I didn't like how it came out, so here's take 3. This is going to be a story about one of the worst dates I've been on, and yes, I have been on a few bad dates, but this one hit home because it wasn't just a first date or a random date. It was someone who was my boyfriend at the time. Me and this boyfriend didn't go on a lot of dates. Usually it was nothing fancy or anything like that. One night he asked me out on a date. He said, "I want to take you out." So we got ready, hopped in my car, and I drove us to one of my favorite restaurants. The hostess seated us and gave us the menus. We're looking them over and the waitress comes over. The waitress was Asian and so was this ex-boyfriend of mine. We're gonna call him Larry. Okay, his name is not Larry, but that's what we're gonna call him. I was looking at the menu, so I don't know how the conversation started, but the waitress asked Larry if he was Filipino. I know for a fact that he is not Filipino because he had told me in the past that people mistake him as that, but he's actually not. He was of 2 other Asian mixes. So that's what he had told me in the past. But as I'm reading the menu, I hear him say to her, "Yeah, I'm definitely a little bit Filipino." So I look up from the menu. I'm kind of looking at him incredulously, like, are you really lying in front of my face just to form like a connection with this waitress? Really, Larry? Really? I didn't say anything. You know, I know social interaction can be awkward for a lot of people. I'm sure that there are plenty of people out there who tell white lies to kind of connect to other people, but it was just kind of odd that he was doing this. So I just shrugged it off. I was like, whatever. And I'm continuing to look at him while he's talking to the waitress. And then it happens, you guys. He winks at her. He winks at the waitress right in front of my face. When he did this, she kind of moved her upper body back a little bit and she looked at me and looked at him, and it was so awkward because like she knew we were a couple and she obviously thought it was weird that he winked at her. So she quickly dismissed herself, like took our order and ran off. I was sitting there just like, did that really happen? Like, did he really just do that? You know, I'm looking at him like, oh my God, and he doesn't say a word. Doesn't say anything, keeps talking to me like nothing happened. I was second guessing myself. I was like, maybe that really didn't happen. He had never done anything like this before, and I was like, maybe his eye just twitched. I don't know. I was coming up with all these excuses in my head and I didn't say anything. I just wanted to have a good time, and so I just let it go. I'm an idiot. We get our food, we get some drinks, and eventually the waitress brings our check over. I excuse myself to go to the restroom. I just want to say, I do not expect men to pay for dates. Whenever I would go on dates in the past, I would always like to pay my half. And I've paid for plenty of dates before, like if my boyfriend at the time, Larry, was running low on money, but I really wanted to go out, I would be like, I don't care, I want to go out, like just come with me, I'll pay for you. It's not a big deal at all. So I came back from the bathroom and he hadn't paid the bill, and I had just assumed, like in my mind, that he was paying because we were all ready to spend a night in, and he was like, no, I really want to go out. I want to take you out. Those were his words. I come back to the booth and he's still sitting there. The bill hasn't been touched at all. And I made a comment like, okay, we should probably get going. And he just kind of stares at me blankly, and I was like, are you gonna pay? And then the last straw, you guys, he looks at me dead serious and goes, "Oh, I thought you were paying." What? In what world do you ask me out on a date and never once say, I don't have money, I'm running low? He never once said, I really want to go out, but I don't have money. Would you cover for me? Or I could pay you back? Or would you pay for the date? Never once. He asked me out on a date, made it seem like he was going to take me out. We get to the restaurant, he lies in front of my face to the waitress, then he winks at the waitress, and now he leaves me with the bill. At this point in time, I was thinking I should just leave his ass here and have him find his own way home. I didn't want to fight in the restaurant. I didn't want to cause a scene. He didn't even bring his wallet with him because he was obviously playing me. I just took my card out and I paid, and I was livid. He knew I was pissed. We left, obviously, got in a huge fight. Needless to say, the relationship did not last too much longer after that horrible date. So that was the time that my boyfriend flirted with a waitress in front of me and then left me with the restaurant bill. If you guys have any similar stories like this about idiots like Larry, please leave them down below. So I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!